Hey everybody, thanks for watching. This is Cheap Comic Collector and this is episode 127. We're going to be doing some giveaways today, and we're going to change things up a little bit because everybody's chomping at the bit for me to start this trading program that I'm putting together, including me. I'm anxious to see what it can do. So we're going to kind of kick things into high gear on the giveaways right now to get this current giveaway over with. So what I'm going to do is I've already packaged up, like instead of spinning the wheel, and because lately we've been getting a lot of the minor winners where I just send them a couple books because they never bothered to send me a list, which either means they're not watching the channel or they're just not really all that interested. But I did make a commitment that if you sent me your address, you were going to still be eligible for giveaways. So I wanted to honor that. And so what I've done is I've gone through, and everybody who hasn't sent me a list of 10 books, I've gone ahead and picked out 2 just at random to send to those people. So we're going to take their names off the list. So, yeah. Let's see, I gotta find those. Well, maybe we won't do it that way. It's going to take too long for me to do that because there's like 8 people that I have their books. I have them in the envelopes. They're ready to go. I just have to write my little notes to them and thanking them for watching, even though they're probably not, and put stamps on them and get them ready to go. So what we're going to do at the end of the episode, we'll spin the wheel until we get a 10 book winner, and then we're going to start doing the wheel like every other episode again until we're done, so that we can get started on the trading program, because that's what everybody's looking forward to, it seems like. So we got a little bit of a different episode today. I'm going to show you this book that I've been reading here, but I got this in the mail, and I wanted to show this to you. This is, I have a Disney Visa credit card, which if I use it, it earns me points like a lot of cards do, except you use the points as money at like Disney parks and the Disney store online and stuff like that. You get free Disney merchandise. Since I don't go to the parks anymore, I stopped using the card pretty much, but I still get their newsletter. And this one's got a lot of superhero stuff in it. I think that because it's close to Halloween, they want you to buy costumes. But I had this cool poster in the middle of it. They don't usually give us freebies with these, so I wanted to show you guys this poster. There it looks kind of familiar to me, but there's no, I couldn't find a signature credit anywhere for it. But I thought that was pretty cool. Usually I throw these in the garbage after glancing through them, but I'll probably keep this one just because of that poster. So just wanted to share that with you. And then what I've been reading is this thing. And I actually read pretty much this whole thing. And it is the Harvey Comics Companion, written by Mark Arnold, who was the publisher and editor and so forth of the Harveyville Fun Times back when that used to come out, which was a fanzine about Harvey Comics. And if you think, Harvey Comics is just Richie Rich and those characters, that's wrong. They've been around since the 40s, just like all the other big companies, and they had superheroes, and they had horror, and they had got in trouble with the comics code and stuff like that. So it's a nice book. It's a thick book. Look how thick this thing is, man. This is this book, and this is, let me grab an Overstreet price guide here. This is the Overstreet price guide from 2015, and you can see how much thicker the Harvey book is. Of course, the print's a little bit bigger, but It's got this cool cover with the characters, and unfortunately, I didn't like this book as much as I wanted to. I have it's got some comic pages in it. It's in black and white. But it's got some comic pages in it from the history of the from the different things. It's got a lot of pictures and things like that. It's got Harvey merchandise and stuff from over the years. It's got a lot of chapters. Basically all the chapters are just little 2 or 3 pages for the most part. But the presentation of the information made it a little hard to read. It was the first half of the book was hard for me to get through, because what it'll do is it will list, it will mention like when a comic series was first published, and then it'll give you the information, how many issues, how long it was published, and then it'll give you a list of like everybody that worked on that series, and that's all it'll tell you. So like this whole paragraph would be that information pretty much, and it might tell you some of the features that were in there, but it doesn't tell you what those features are. So like when it talks about the Golden Age comics, it'll mention Girl Commandos, or some other Goofy, which isn't the Disney Goofy. It's just some comic that's in the old books called Goofy, and it's probably a gag strip, but you don't know that. It doesn't explain it to you what those features are, and there's nowhere in this book that does. But there is a list in the back of everything they published, like all the different series, and it does it a lot of the information that's published like as reading material, it seemed like it should have been done like in a sidebar or as a footnote, not necessarily in the way that it was presented, because it's hard to read through all that information when that's all it is information. There's no story with it. There's no description. There's just raw information. So it almost feels like a lot of these chapters were they read like notes for making a book instead of an actual book. And maybe that's how this is my first like companion style book. So maybe that's how those books are. I don't know. I know there's like a Charlton companion, and there's different ones. There's an All-Star companion. I think those came out from Tomorrow's Publishing. So maybe that's just the style. I don't know. But it made it hard for me to read. It did get more interesting when it started getting into like the 50s and 60s, when the animated characters came into the picture. It seems like there was more stories. There was more information on the how things worked and stuff like that. So it did get more interesting, but not until about halfway through it. There is I should have bookmarked some of these pages. I wanted to show you that Little Dot was actually, when she first appeared, she was actually basically a different character. She wasn't drawn in an animated style. She was drawn in a more realistic style. So let me see if I can find that. There was a chapter for Little Dot, page 253. There's over 700 pages in this book. But it is a quick read because, like I said, a lot of it is information that you can just kind of skim through it. So here we go, Little Dot. So that's the Little Dot that we're pretty much used to seeing. That version of her was a little more chubby. This is what she looked like. This was actually her first appearance. And she looked like this. This is her blowing out the candles. And it's just very different until they decided to make her into the cartoon style that they did. So that was interesting. And then, there's a chapter on, their involvement with Star Comics and how that happened and stuff like that. So there is some interesting stuff in here. But it's in the second half of the book. A lot of the front half is just raw information. And I forget what I paid for this. It was $30-some, I think, from Amazon. And it looked like, just looking around, there wasn't a hardcover version on Amazon, but I think I saw some hardcovers listed on eBay. I don't know if that's correct or not, but that's what it said. So, anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys real quick. And that's pretty much all we're going to do today is show you that book. If you're a Harvey fan, you might want to check it out. Like I said, I wasn't completely happy with it, but I was just expecting a little bit more than what I got. It's fine, and it's a massive work, obviously. So anyway, if you're a Harvey fan, you might want to check that out. It does have some good information in it. And then we're just going to hop back onto the giveaway. Yeah, we're going to do like a little short episode today. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin this. And I'm not even going to bother to shuffle because I don't know if that actually does anything. I know it mixes up the names, but everybody that's on there is going to win something anyway. So what's the point, So what we're going to do is, where'd my list go? My cheat sheet. I just buried it under the envelopes. So what we're going to do is if a name comes up, we're just going to keep spinning until we have a winner for the 10 books. Somebody that sent in a list for the 10 books. So here we go. Let's check it out. Da-da-da-da-da. It is Alex. Look at my list here. And Alex did not send me a 10-book list, so he's one of the ones that I've already picked out 2 books for. So we're just going to take his name off, and then we're going to spin it again. And it's Jacob. Jacob, where are you, Jacob? I haven't alphabetized my lists because I wanted to do it in order of when people joined some of the time. So there's Jacob. He is from Kansas, and he did not send me a list either. So we're going to take his name off because he's already getting 2 books. And we're going to go again. Jim Anderson. No, it's going to... Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? He sent me a list. Yes, he did. So let's pull up his list and see what the man has won. He sent me quite a list. So we're going to see what we can find here. See what's left. I'm getting so many more doubles in. I just got 4 short boxes in the last couple days. And I'd say out of those 4 short boxes, I'm going to end up with almost 2/3 of a short box. That's all doubles. Okay, Phantom is gone. Wally. Warlords are gone. Shadow annual. Oh, there's one. And let's see, Marvel Team Up. 81. Santana. He gets that one. That's 2. Howard the Duck. Is Howard the Duck in here? Yeah, there's Howard the Duck number 3. Howard the Duck number 20. That's 4. Avengers. Is there any Avengers? Alright, let me see here. He's got Avengers number 1, so it must be this one. That beautiful George Perez wraparound cover. And Omega Man number 1. That might be gone. I think I remember giving that one out. Yeah, number 1's gone. Micronauts number 2. There's that. New Mutants number 6. And number 10. All right, let's see how many that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Need 2 more. So what's next? Green Lantern. 163. Everybody's going, no, I wanted that one. There he is. That's a great cover. And Hawkmoon. The number 1s are gone. JLI annual number 2. The Joker cover, yes. All right, so those are his 10 books there. We got Justice League International, the Joker cover, that beautiful Green Lantern cover, Shadow annual, Marvel Team Up, Howard the Ducks, the Avengers number 1, Micronauts number 2, and New Mutants 6 and 10. So you're going to get those, Cody. Thank you. Thanks for playing our game. But unfortunately, that means we have to take you off. You're gone. All right, so let me check his name off so I don't get confused here. And let me just write a note, a little sticky note right there for him. All right, so next time, I think we're going through auction books next time. And then after that, we'll do a reading episode, and we'll spin the wheel again, and we'll do it until we get a 10-book winner, because I just want to be done with the giveaway. I want to move on to the trading. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. We drop a new video every day at noon. You don't have to watch every video, but if you don't, you're probably missing out. So see you then.